Hello guys, my name is ATP and welcome to another episode of the best 3 stocks you can buy, in this case for April 2024. During this video, I will showcase the technical reasons behind my choices, I will dive into the analysis of several fundamentals and financials, and then I will share the fair values of the 3 stocks so you can discover their potential price appreciations. In addition, I will also show you how I buy stocks and the results from my personal portfolio. Before diving into the full analysis of the 3 stocks for this month, I want to thank XTB for supporting this video. XTB is a broker platform with 0% commissions for buying stocks and ETFs, with a minimum transaction value of only €10, where you can invest being sure that your money is safe. XTB is my personal choice for creating investment portfolios for both stocks and ETFs, and in this video I will also show you how I buy stocks each month in their innovative platform. So, in the top 3 stock for this month, we have a popular one, Tesla, with a ticker TSLA. As probably all of you know, Tesla designs, develops and sells electric vehicles, being at the moment the top 1 brand in this field, with its top sold car, the Tesla Model 3. Outside the car sector, the company also operates in the energy sector worldwide. By looking at its price fluctuations since 2011, we can see that most of the time the price of this stock stays above the 600 period smoothed moving average line on the daily time frame, which tells us that it is a stable and growing stock. It crossed that line during the 2022 bear market, but got back above it very quickly. And so, as you can see, every time the price of this stock is close to the SMA line, it can be a good opportunity to buy some shares. At the moment, the value of this stock is around 60% below its all-time high, and also below the SMA line, which can translate into a golden opportunity for us. Therefore, after this technical analysis, we have already concluded that this stock is stable and with a growing potential. But to confirm whether its current market value is below its fair value price, we have to carry out a fundamental analysis by analyzing some financial models. If you have been watching this series, you know that I like to use a variety of sources, most of which I have to pay for. However, in these videos, I show you all the predictions from these sources 100% free. Firstly, by using the discounted cash flow analysis, which is a way to calculate the company's fair value by discounting the future unlevered free cash flows back to the present value from the Finbox website, we can see that with the growth exit formula, Tesla has a potential price appreciation of 5%. Then with the EBITDA exit multiple, an appreciation of 4.4%, and then with the revenue exit formula, a potential growth of 13%. Then, by checking the forecasts from professional investors using the Simply Wall Street website, we can conclude that Tesla is 46% overvalued, which can be a heads up for us that the company may be expensive when compared to its peers. But let's continue our analysis. Now, by using another valuation method from the MarketBeat website, we can see that here the fair value of this stock has a 20% upside, being a healthy company. Then, on the alpha spread analysis, the base case tells us that the Tesla price is 59% overvalued, which I think is a too pessimistic consideration. And finally, on the value investing forecast, this stock can have an appreciation of 16.84%. So, when putting all the fair values from these 7 different financial analyses together, we have an average of 5% potential depreciation from the current price of this stock. As such, for the first time in this series, we see that the fundamental analysis of the fair value of this stock does not support the technical analysis, and as such, the risk of buying shares at the current value may be a little riskier than usual. However, with more risk also comes more potential returns, and from its current value to its all-time highs, we can have a return of close to 150%, and it was for this reason that I considered Tesla as the top 3 stock for this month. Next, on the top 2 stock, we have another major player, the Realty Income Corporation with the ticker O. This company is a real estate investment trust that mainly invests in commercial properties. The company is known for being a monthly dividend company with a highly stable price. Let's check it out. By looking at its price fluctuations since 1995, we can see that most of the time the price of this stock stays above the SMA line. The only times it went down was during times of economic crisis, like in 2008 and more recently during the COVID crash and the 2022-23 bear market. But overall, the price of this stock has a constant growth trend. At the moment, its value is around 35% below its all-time high and also below the SMA line, which shows that it may be below its fair value price. Moreover, we can see that recently its price has respected this strong support level, which may tell us that the overall trend may be changing and for the better, which shows we may have a good opportunity to buy it. But let's check the financial models. Regarding the discounted cash flow analysis from the Finbox website, sadly we do not currently have this information available, and therefore we will have to give up these considerations for our calculation of the average fair value. By checking the forecasts from professional investors, we can conclude that this stock is 42% undervalued, which is very good to know. By using the valuation method from the MarketBeat website, we can see that here the fair value of this stock has a potential appreciation of 15.6%. Then on the alpha spread analysis, the base case tells us that the stock can have an appreciation of 17%, being the best case an appreciation of 32% and the worst one a small one of 3%. And finally, on the value investing forecast, this stock can have an appreciation of 17.29%. So, when putting all the fair values together, we have an average of 30% potential appreciation from the current price of this stock. Apart from this, we need to also add the dividends that the company pays, with a value of 5.9% annually paid every month, which for me is the biggest advantage of owning this stock. So it's easy to understand why this stock was placed above Tesla, because its potential price appreciation is much greater. However, we know that the real estate market is very dependent on interest rates, and as we are currently in a period of uncertainty as to whether interest rates will increase further or not, this opportunity may become a little more volatile for more conservative investors. However, the top 1 stock for this month does not have this problem, being a highly stable stock and also being at the moment well below its fair value. But before showing you which it is, I would like to briefly share with you that if you want to know more about my portfolio of stocks and also ETFs, to have access to the fair value analysis of dozens of stocks so you can discover where the big opportunities are, and also have exclusive access to a private group on my Discord where I share all my stock and ETF acquisitions in real time, check out my new stock and ETF investing subscription level on my Patreon. The link is in the description. Finally, the top 1 stock for April 2024 is Cisco Systems, with the ticker CSCO, the stock that was our top 2 last month. As such, I won't waste much more time analyzing this company, as you can go to the last video to find out more. In short, this is a highly stable stock whose fair values according to the several weights from my fundamental analysis are as follows, giving a final average potential appreciation of around 30% plus 3.2% in annual dividends. And so, although every stock I presented to you today can be a good opportunity to buy, I will buy the Cisco Systems for my personal portfolio. And so, let's go to my XStation 5 account. If you don't know, XStation 5 is the platform you will get after creating your account with XTB. I remember that with XTB you don't pay any commissions to buy stocks, and you can use my link that is in the description to create your account. If you'd like to see the step-by-step process to create an account with XTB and buy stocks with 0% commissions, go check this video on my channel. So let's go to the market watch to add Cisco Systems with the ticker CSCO. And pay attention to this little detail. If you want to buy it for trading, you can choose the CFD option. But as I want to invest for the long term and own actual shares of this company, I will choose the option that says stock. Then I will drag it onto my chart to see the price fluctuations. Just like on TradingView, you can also use XStation 5 for technical analysis. Now, to buy shares, we can right-click on the chart and select the option that says New Order, and we just have to choose how many shares we want to buy. With XTB, you can buy whole or fractional shares, which is an excellent advantage if your budget is not very high. For example, if you want to invest only 10 euros, you can do so and buy approximately 0.22 shares of Cisco. In my case, I want to buy whole shares, and for this month, I will buy 4 shares. Now we just have to click on the green button that says buy, confirm the order, and it's done. This concludes the video on the top 3 stocks for April. I hope you enjoyed it, that you learned something new, and if you have ideas for stocks for the next month, feel free to comment them down below. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. Thank you and bye bye.